On a spreadsheet, the most common way to navigate is using the mouse or the trackpad to control the cursor. So for example, if we wanted to point at a cell, we point at it and we click. So if I want to point at that 8, I use my mouse and I left click and it goes there. If I want to highlight more than just one cell, I can click on a cell and hold it and then drag it down and across to cover whatever area I want. If I now let go and click on a cell again, we lose that selection. Most people are aware of those, but a couple of tricks around using your mouse. If we want to highlight, for example, this column, skip this column and highlight that column, what we can do is we highlight the first column, then we push Control and we highlight the next column. That way you can see now we've activated these cells, and at this point we can color them or format them. Where that can also be useful is when you want to highlight individual cells. So for example, if I want to take those and maybe that one and that one and that one. So what you'll see is we're only highlighting those cells, and because of the way Excel works, those cells that are highlighted are what is taken into account here in the status bar. Another shortcut is where we want to highlight a whole big area. So this one's not too big, so we could, I suppose, do that fairly quickly. But let's pretend this is very big and 10,000 rows. What I can do is click on the first cell, let go of everything, go all the way down to the last cell, and before you click, left click here, you hold your shift down, and when you left click, what you'll see is it highlights everything from where it started to where you were. As an alternate to using your mouse, you can use the arrow keys. So for example, if I go like this, I'm now controlling it with my mouse. So if I go down, the cursor moves down. If I go across, moves across, etc. There are a couple of things you can do when you're using your arrow keys, and some of them are very useful. So if I wanted to highlight a number of cells next to each other, before I click my arrow keys, I hold my shift key down, and then for example, if I go to the right, everything I step over is highlighted, and I'm still holding the shift key down. As I go down, you'll see everything is highlighted. I'm just going to let go back to the first one. If I now want to jump between these ranges, so you can see there's clearly an array or a range of data here, here, and here. I don't want to manually go 1, 2, 3. If I hold my Control key down, if I push my arrow to the right, it jumps until the next time it sees, in this case, the last cell that has something before the blank. If I hold my Control key down and I click right again, you'll see it jumps over the blank and stops at the next one. If I go down, so I hold Control and go down, you'll see it jumps all the way to the bottom here. So that's a good way to navigate quickly between large blocks of data. So whether you are like this, which is about 20 cells, or 20,000, you'll quickly move around. If you combine the two, so now if I hold Control and Shift, when I push to the right, the Control is going to say jump up to column D. But because I've got the Shift down, it highlights everything it jumps over. I'm still holding Control and Shift down. If I push down, you'll see it quickly highlights that whole area. So that's a nice quick way to highlight ranges. Just now, in terms of data entry, I just want to emphasize a certain aspect. So entering data is fairly simple. I click on a cell and, for example, I type my number 1250. Now what's very important here is what you do next. So as a rule, we tell everyone what you should do is click the Enter key, because that enters it, tells Excel that you've now entered the cell. The reason that works is because that, in all situations, whether you're entering text, numbers, or formulas, will work correctly. The problem we've seen is if you're tempted to type the number 1250, and instead of clicking Enter, in order to get it entered into the cell, you click elsewhere. That will work when you've got numbers or text, but it doesn't work so well when you have a formula, because remember, the whole point of a formula is it's looking for where you're clicking. So if I now want to enter that, wherever I click, the formula is moving all over the place. So the better way is to enter whatever you want and click the enter key.